Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. And today from Mattel, in their WWE line, we have the Championship Showdown 2-pack featuring Bayley on our left versus Sasha Banks on our right. This is series number 9. Alright, so the pairing of these two characters is actually recreating the event Hell in the Cell 2020. This is the gear they both wear during that fateful night. Hell in the Cell in 2020, that was during the pandemic era. The match took place in the Thunderdome, if you remember that. So this 2-pack features the display base, which kind of emulates the belt right here. It comes with 2 floating stands, of course, the figures. And on the back, we have the versus screen. We have Bayley versus Sasha Banks. It lists their style. Bayley's listed as a grappler. Sasha is a technician. Bayley's from San Jose, California. Sasha's from Boston, Massachusetts. The finishing move with the rose plant and the bank statement. It shows you here how to utilize the display base. And you can like display them in action poses. Some other figures in this wave include The Rock vs. Cena and Ricochet vs. Sheamus. Alright, so these action figures are considered basic / core. They're not in the same category as Mattel's Elite or Ultimate action figures. The articulation is a little bit more limited, as are the paint applications and their accessories. But for the price point, I think this is an excellent value. You get 2 excellent looking action figures and a display base. If you have little ones, I think this is the style of action figure you want to give them. They're more durable, fun to play with, and the fact that you're getting 2 figures for a decent price, you know, is just a bonus. All right, so let's get started. So we have the display base, which looks like the championship. We got the floating vertical stands. And then we have the armature clips. And then we have the 2 figures here. We have Sasha, and then we have Bayley. All right, first let's assemble the display base. All right, here is the display base. As you can see, it resembles the Women's Championship. And then you have the 2 floating stands, and then the armatures. So the clips here, you have 2 options. You can either plug it through the socket on the back or the socket on the top. Each one allows for a different kind of like positioning on the figure. I'll do one of each so you'll see what I'm talking about. So on this side we have the horizontal configuration, and on this side we have the vertical configuration. The base allows you to display the figures in any of these sockets here, and there's even foot pegs. So if you don't want to use these, you could like omit these completely, and you can just display the figures, you know, as they are, utilizing the sockets on their feet. And you can just plug them in, you know, like that, and then you can have a simple display, which is a nice option. I think it's kind of cool. But if you want to utilize the stands, let's get these into place. You can utilize any position you want, and I'll just use the 2 furthest ones apart. And then this is the stock horizontal positioning, and then you can just clip it around their waist like that. So if you want to make her look like I don't know, maybe she's delivering some sort of flying knee or kick, you could. And then the other side, you know, if you want to set them up so that, you know, you can pretend they're doing a dive, suicide dive, or drop kick. You know, you can easily do that. So it's kind of cool that, you know, you can like display them in some sort of action pose. The only downside is that since these are the basic core figures, they lack the articulation scheme as like the elites. You know, the posability, even though these figures are somewhat articulated, they're not as highly articulated as the higher priced figures. But I still think it's a great value nonetheless. These are two excellent looking action figures. All right, let's start with Bayley first. So this Bayley is pre-damage control. This is how she looked back in 2020 during the pandemic Thunderdome era. She's in her black gear, nicely painted logo on the top. Her belt's well detailed also. Good paint application for the buckle. Knee pads. And it's a solid figure. The likeness is pretty good also. You know, it looks just like her. Articulation-wise, her head rotates. Does not look down. Doesn't really look up. Arms rotate. They go outward. Elbow bend. Elbow swivel. Articulated wrists. They just rotate. Swivel at the waist. Her legs kick up. They kick out. Now, this is one of the things that kind of disappoints me with this line of action figures is that the knees are super tight and hard to move. I'm not going to mess around with them here, but, you know, there is knee articulation underneath the knee pad. There is no ankle. There is no toe articulation. There's only a boot swivel. But for the price of the set, it's decent, I think. All right. And up next, we have Sasha. So for me, Sasha is kind of like the highlight of this set because she has a little bit more accessories. For example, she has the wraps on her arms, and it's pretty nice. You know, it's nice that they actually gave you a physical wrap, not just, you know, a painted application. The likeness of Sasha is pretty decent. I don't think it's the most ideal facial expression, but it works. You know, it's a little bit more cocky and arrogant. Her head rotates. Arms rotate. Pretty much the same articulation scheme as we saw with Bayley. You know, nothing different here. The gear is painted nicely. You have some silver highlighting on it. Names printed on the back. Wonderful paint application on the knee pads and on the boots. You know, legit boss. So, solid figure. Wonderful 2-pack. I think this is a great value. Like I said, these figures aren't in the same league as Mattel's much more pricier premium action figures that we see in the Elite and Ultimate lines. But nonetheless, it's a fun set. You know, if you have little ones, I think these 2-packs, especially the Championship Showdowns, are a great value. You get 2 awesome action figures. They're a little bit more durable to play with. And the fact that you have a display base is just a bonus. So, great set. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd easily give this a solid 8 to 8.5. I think it's awesome. All right, with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I will see you at the next one. All right, later.